2011, a referendum was voted on and the people of Morocco cast a historic vote. Over 98% of Moroccans voted for constitutional reform. And with us now on the phone, directly from Washington, D.C., to talk about this momentous vote is the Moroccan ambassador to the United States, Aziz Mekouar. Ambassador, thank you for being with us, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. Mr. Ambassador, I know that the vote that took place in Morocco on the 1st of July was, as I mentioned in the opening, rather historic. Can you share with us your insight and your reaction to the vote that took place, this referendum by the people of Morocco?
Well, let me give you some ground first. You know, everybody has been talking about the Arab Spring. Well, in Morocco, reforms started many, many years ago, and really under since the new king Mohammed VI became king in 1999. So we have been going through a number of political and economical reforms, and as you know, in Morocco, probably was the only country in the region to have a multi-party system. And we have had elections, free and fair elections in 2002, 2007. But I think in the beginning of this year, King Mohammed VI decided that it was time for a new set of reforms, and this new set of reforms would be through a new constitution. So he appointed a commission, constitutional commission, and asked this Constitutional Commission to work with the political parties, the unions, the NGOs, the youth group, and everybody else to draft a new constitution. And this is what happened after 4 months work with all the stakeholders, the political parties again, the unions, the NGOs, the youth movements, and a commission came up with the draft constitution, which is really a wonderful constitution in terms of democracy. No, Morocco is a monarchy, so the Morocco is today a constitutional parliamentarian monarchy. And the most important thing is that everybody participated in the drafting of the constitution. And if you compare it to constitutions of other countries in Europe, you will see that it's pretty similar.
I know that one of the things that this referendum provided was that the king of Morocco, King Mohammed VI, was actually relinquishing some of his power to the prime minister that would now be elected by the majority party of the parliament of Morocco. Is that relinquishing of power something that that the Moroccan people were looking for as part of what they were going to vote for?
Look, first of all, as you know, the results were pretty clear. 70%, more than 70% of the all voted, and the results were 98%, more than 98% voted with yes. I must say that those who didn't agree with the new constitution called for a boycott of the constitution, so it's normal to have that numbers. Now, the king, yes, the king is relinquishing. According to the new constitution, there is a sharing of powers between the king and the president government, and that's important. As I said, this is a new step in the political life of Morocco.
Now, Ambassador, this is a first as far as a prime minister being elected in Morocco, is it not?
Well,
I mean, I know that hasn't happened yet, but that's what would happen by the majority party in parliament, correct?
Exactly. It's exactly that. You know, like every other country, king appoints the prime minister, you know, the head of state appoints the prime minister, which by the case of Morocco, we will have a president of the government, not the prime minister. And he of the government has to come from the party that wins more in the election.
Now, Mr. Ambassador, one of the things I'd like to ask you with as we close this this segment, and again, thank you for being with us, is what do you attribute the peacefulness, the democratic process that took place in Morocco, and the way that it took place, as opposed to some of the other transitions that are that have occurred or are attempting to occur in other areas of the Middle East and of the Muslim world?
Well, as I said, reform started many years ago in Morocco, and what the Tunisians indeed were asking for, we had it in Morocco, and there is a so we had big freedom. Free and fair freedom is, and now what's happening now with the new constitution is just a new step forward. And in Morocco, have the use to do things in a peaceful way, and we had protests, so not as many as in other countries, but happened there is protests. We have the freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and people went to the streets. The police was and people had expressed themselves freely, and this is how it happened. And the best way to do things that way.
And is it fair to say that after the vote of this referendum and some of the abdication of the king's powers, that that the king still enjoys an overwhelming support of the people of Morocco? Would it be fair to say that?
Oh, absolutely. I think many voted, not only voted yes, only because they thought that the constitution was a constitution, but also that the king was going yes. But the king is very popular in Morocco.
Well, it certainly reflects a new wave of democracy, certainly throughout the Middle East and other and Muslim countries, and I congratulate you and the Moroccan people for the leadership that they have shown in this regard. Once again, thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for joining us and taking time this morning from your busy schedule to share your thoughts on this most recent referendum that took place in Morocco.